Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. In last episode, we played through quarantine again, really. We diagnosed 3 patients who we diagnosed previously in quarantine. But we did successfully develop the vaccine, which is good. Now we're on to day 5 again. A day 5 in which the hospital is actually open, and a day 5 in which Ruben is hopefully alive. So we're gonna play through that to see if there's any other day 5 things we can do. And maybe we'll even time travel to another day and get us some other objectives done. Anyway, let's get into it. Can't start the day without smashing my mirror.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Okay, well, today is different because we now have our assistant and decrees. I don't know what Eva's gonna say to me. I probably forgot if it's a conversation I've already had. Well, what do you have for me today? Doctor, are you late again? Well, punctuality has never been your strongest suit. Late for what? I don't recall scheduling a meeting with you, Heron. As you wish. You're the boss, after all. I wanted to discuss a certain inconvenience with you. You may have noticed that the Stillwater has become rather crowded and cramped. There are a lot of people downstairs. Yeah, I have. You seem to have decided to gather the strangest people in the emergency command. You don't like the Odong downstairs? He's my favorite. He's my favorite. He's my favorite one. All these endless petitioners and assistants seeking your attention and never finding it all day long. That beatific girl. What are you getting at? Unlike you, I'm no physician, but even I know the sandpest is highly contagious, and gathering potential carriers in one place is a rather reckless tactic. If it is a tactic, and not just chaos. Wouldn't it be better for people to keep their distance from one another during an epidemic? And what do you propose? We can't shut down the emergency command. We need to work. I propose, how shall I put it, de-densification. Don't come as close to me as you just did, and don't let anyone else, either. The disease spreads through contact. Oh my god, social distancing decree? You're probably right, and on a global scale at that. All townspeople should isolate themselves from one another. New decree idea. Social distance. Memories. Items exist only in the days where they were found. When changing days, they remain in the clock. Yes, I get it. I get it. We have decided that social distance is possible. No. Loot. Oh, okay, so everything I found today is here. This will be useful. Maybe a little too useful. We can put the watch back. And maybe some matches. Hello, Eva.
No lovers as sweet as the silent of sleep.
Was this a conversation we had already? See how that seesaw in your head? Are you getting used to it? Remember what we talked about last time? Did we talk about it yesterday? I didn't say yesterday. I said that last time. I don't understand. Alright, never mind. I dreamed today that we have 3 seasons here. Makes sense, doesn't it? Everything comes in threes. 3 ruling families, 3 mistresses, 3 parts of the town. 3? Feels more like 12.5 at least. You're thinking of the districts. Each has its own character, but broadly speaking, the town is divided into 3. The stoneyard surges forward. Earth clings to its roots, and the knots bind one to each other. The 3 banks, separated by the branches of the Gorkin. You're right. But that's just another way of thinking about us. After all, one cannot live without the other. The town is indivisible, a single organism. I've noticed the animal symbolism, but your town doesn't seem whole to me. It's more like a chessboard, broken into squares. You don't see the town as a unified whole? Why not? What do you mean, why? It just is that way. Not for everyone. I, for instance, can walk along the entire bank of the Gorkin without hardly catching my breath. But you say you keep stumbling whenever you cross from district to district. That's how you see the world. Why? Are you hinting that I'm fractured myself? Not at peace with myself? Not a unified whole? There's a grain of truth in that, but I think for many, the town has fractured without Simon and Isidore. Without Simon? Others will tell you that his authority kept people in check, and without it they went mad and conflicts began. But I think that's not it. Simon wanted the fracturing, and the fact that you see it is part of his grand design? I don't know, but I think it's important, and in the end, it will help you, not hinder. Then I need to gather myself into a unified whole. Thank you for the amalgam, Eva. So, I charged my plague device previously, and it is still charged. Okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people here. Anyway, let's head for the hospital. I wonder what's going on in the hospital today. I'm excited even to see. Maybe we'll even examine some things and look around. Why is it here? A meat grinder? What's going on? Oh, we have some herb brides here today. Beds, remedies. That was a different house before. It had another purpose. They danced here, not like us, not for the earth, for the town. And the town grew fast watching the Haikarn Qatar. What brings you to the hospital? Are you sick? All three of you? We're not sick. A kid from Shaken is sick. Oh my god, am I gonna get to go to Shaken? But he thinks he has no yibshin, no illness. He thinks he was punished. How do you mean? How do you mistake disease symptoms for punishment? Oktay thinks the step punished him. Erin Kun. The step didn't even hear him. Why would she punish him? Quiet. He couldn't prove himself. And weak, fell ill after. Ek Sula. We learned you were a healer, and led him to you. You've brought him. Never expected the likes of you to trust science. What know you about the likes of us, Yushi? I'm not even gonna try that one. The town cannot be with us, but neither can we be without the town. We have our own healers, our own herbalists. They see Yibshin, illness. We see. Oktay doesn't see, doesn't hear. Oktay is asleep, and dreams he will be in Odong. I admit it's unexpected, but thank you for doing the right thing. Can you give me more information? What did you notice exactly? When did you decide he was ill? I'm wondering if this is supposed to be here or not. I mean, obviously the camera is moving and there's something in the foreground, but like, is this intentional or not? Look and see for yourself, Erdem. Oktay is so ill. You can tell at once, even if you're no Menku. You see it clearly. Only Zirkin can't be seen with eyes. The heart. His heart became weak. Beats as often as outsiders come to the step. Curious, I'll make note of that. Weak heart. Heal him, Erdem. Oktay is a kind fool. He won't be a good herbalist, but he'll be someone who tells Yilgarnyid tales? We need tales in the kin too, Erdem. So he's a dreamer even by your standards. Takes talent. I'll do what I can. Your hint was useful. Thank you. Haven't even met him yet, but do I have notes? Not today. Not yet. Just gotta remember that. Hello, Yakov. Oh, we've had what you might call an emergency. Someone stole today's morphine ration. We've got some reserves, but really, it's our only second day open. And already there's been a theft. It's good that the hospital is getting supplies, but it's a shame that they're so poorly guarded. Seen anyone suspicious around? It's my fault. I missed it. But you can't grow enough eyes for a hospital. Patients here, orderlies there, paperwork everywhere. I've already questioned everyone, except that girl you let in yesterday. Clara? She mostly comforts the dying and holds their hands. I don't mean she's not working, but maybe she saw something. I'll talk to Clara myself, and I'll handle the morphine theft personally. Forgive me again for how this turned out. Should I hand over the patient files? Yes, hand them over. There's the vagrant Bobok, a local holy fool. There's also Sharp. He's a quiet one, but a little out of sorts. And there's a stepman named Oktay. He seemed out of his mind as well. What a day. What happened to Sharp? He tried to flee he tried to flee the town on a train. Someone promised him the train would leave. Him and a whole crowd of people. Well, they weren't allowed out. Someone locked them inside. A stampede ensued, and almost no one survived. What do you make of... Wait, and what made you think Oktay is insane? The things he says, I've heard all sorts of things from stepfolk, but never anything like what Oktay says. You'd better ask him yourself. How'd you find the vagrant? Credit to our orderlies. They said he was hanging around a boarded-up plague house. I'll go see the patients. One moment. I finally found reagents for the microscope. We can finally take samples. Oh, we're in business now. Thank you, Little. I was afraid the microscope would just sit there gathering dust. Is Clara here, by the way? She is here. Who should we start with? I want to start with Oktay. I should have the notes on him. Yes, Oktay. The herb bride said weak heart? Something along the lines of that? Oh, slow pulse. That was probably it. It'll show me that as well. Alright, Oktay. I'm most interested in you. Muy, human or dem. I'll turn into an odong soon. How are you going to treat that? You're not. I was told your odong are born from the earth itself. Mother Bodo decides. As she wishes, will be. If she wishes, she'll grind water into dust. If she wishes, she'll boil solid rock. If she wishes, I'll turn into an odong. Ever since I came here, I've been curious what the odong are biologically. We're all children of Bodo or Dem, and the odongs are closest to her. There are children who go far from their home. Ek Kolo. There are children who settle nearby, but on their own. And there are children who forever stay with their mother. They are the odong. If the odong are closer than anyone to your, deity, then you don't mind this transformation either. Is that right? I have no complaints. I accept. Mother Bodo punishes me, and I accept it. Her light burns Suok's darkness from my eyes. Flashes. Flashes for a moment, then Untarna. Flashes again, Erdem. Over and over. How can you understand? You won't understand. Your eyes are flashing? Is that what you're telling me? I'll understand if you stop talking in riddles. So you see flashes of bright light? Yes, Gear. Nami ye Zobohono. The light brings suffering. I must accept it humbly. Let me examine you. Oh. The skin has hardened so much, it truly seems inhuman. No wonder thoughts of transformation come to mind. Waking one morning after troubled dreams, the stepman Oktay found... hardening skin. Stone disease? Skin cornification and cracking. The skin resembles earth cracked by heat. That sounds about right. We're looking towards stone skin. It also has visual impairment and phototopia, which is what I was thinking of. What about your back? Ugh, nasty. Nasty. I'm grossed out. And here's peeling. Another skin symptom. Skin peeling? Is that a thing? Not really. Ichthyosis, maybe? And even skin pigmentation? No. Legs? Legs reverse? The skin is inflamed. Allergies? Signs of physical trauma. Well, let's talk to him. If even a Menku can't help, how can some city or derm help? He can't. So you do want help, against Bodo's will. I have some questions then. All's in Bodo's hands, Erdem. If it's not her will, you cannot help. Your chest and back are calloused. Has it been like that for long? Be Keleki. Shibu Shagahan. I'm turning into an Odong. I'll soon be like them all over. Their skin is tough, can't be cut. Mother Bodo is strict but fair. I accepted the Udar in my arrogance. I should also take the punishment. Can you at least tell me how long this has been happening to you? 6 days. Can such an Obshi come from nothing? It cannot. Even the herb brides who brought you here believe you're sick, not turning into an Odong. They're kin, too. Why don't you believe them? It's easy for herb brides to say. Mother Bodo herself directs their dance. How can they know how it is for those she doesn't direct? They say your heart beats very slowly, but I haven't noticed that. Has that been happening recently? The blood of an Odong is slow, viscous. They are calm like the earth. Namdu Bayakata Han. Now my heart is slowing too, calming me down. But right now you have a normal pulse. Maybe the agitation is raising it to normal levels? It's noisy here, Erdem. Hustle and bustle. Let me go back to the step. Namaye Gargahati. And maybe my heart will slow like an Odong's. Let me think on what it is you're really transforming into. Bride's clue? Examination results? The stepwoman who brought Oktay mentioned something about heart issues. It's worth asking him about. I did. Anything else we can ask about? No. Well, let's consult the casebook. It's pointing me towards stone skin. Risk groups, travelers, inhabitants of the steppe. That sounds correct. A disease characterized by excessive skin cornification and densification. Infection occurs through skin contact with microbacteria found in steppe flora. Isn't he an herb gatherer? Or something with herbs? They said something with herbs. The disease starts with skin dryness, peeling, and itching. Subsequently, the skin thickens, resembling large petrified reptile scales. Itchiness on such skin disappears. Non-fatal. I think it's stone skin. I mean, with Filat has me doubting everything. I think it's simply stone skin. We're gonna lock that in. Okay, who's our next patient? We'll leave Holy Fool for last. I think he's Holy Fool. He'll probably be the most interesting. Are you Sharp? This hospital is full of people. Did everyone really make it out? Doctor, answer me. I saw Kongor somewhere around here. He... Oh, coughing. He even had his eyes. Doctor, tell me, was it all just a bad dream? The train was just a toy, and everyone in the car survived. Right, you tried to escape. Yeah, I gotta write down coughing for sure. His hand was not working properly. Is it? It is not my job to indulge your delusions. Your attempt to escape the town was a failure. It ended as a tragedy, with only a handful of survivors. You were lucky. How is that possible? Who locked us in? We're locked in, and I don't have the strength to lift my arm or my legs. Am I dead already? Then where is everyone? Why can't I see them? We gotta write stuff down. I'm getting weakness. We have a cough. Still lots of things that it could be. Can't lift your arm, you say. Did you notice this weakness before yesterday evening? The carriage is all emptied out. Did we arrive already? Why haven't we arrived yet? Why haven't we even started moving? The doors won't open. Open up already. We're here, let us out. We're here. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe just trauma. I'm going to examine you now. Chest? Bruises. Seems obvious enough. But there is such a symptom. 67. Heart rate seems fine. Anything on the back? Oh god. More bruises. Seems obvious enough, but there is such symptom. Let's take a look at your arms. Bruises with hemorrhaging here, too. Hemorrhaging? Hands are scratched or scraped in the crush. Legs? Nothing. Reverse. You, have suffered greatly. I have to ask, Doctor, are you absolutely sure that everyone in that train car died? Why would he do that? He could have just taken our money. Why lock us in there? Please focus and try to answer my questions. All right, Doctor. I have to ask you about something else. The symptom might be key. Sure, ask what you'd like. When did you start coughing? This past summer, when I was working with Kongor, his cough was so bad, he could barely speak or breathe. That's why he asked me to help out. He knew he wouldn't pull through on his own, and he didn't want to let anyone down. It doesn't sound like a dry cough. Are you coughing up blood? Kongor coughed up blood, and now I do too. Blood. Blood. Blood on the walls. Blood on my face. Why are they screaming? This is just the blood Kongor coughed up, isn't it? He's not wounded or anything, right? Okay, that's it. I don't want to trigger you with every single question. Please, just rest. Come here, little. You have a job to do. Yes, Dr. Denkovsky. I'm at your service. You found supplies for the microscope right on time. We have a case that needs lab testing. Do you want to learn how to do it? For all this light of learning, there's an awful lot of dark. Didn't expect sarcasm from you. In this walk of life, though, you'll need it. Let's begin. Here we have a patient, a survivor of the tragedy at the station last night. Almost any question plunges his mind into chaos. What can we do? Stick to a visual assessment and make conclusions without talking to him. It's good to do both a visual examination and to collect data from third parties. But I want to show you another method. Collecting samples. We have to be mindful of our limited resources when we have it, though. The patient has a very bad cough. He's coughing up blood. How many diagnoses in our list match this symptom? I mean, that's pretty much what I've marked so far, but like coughing blood? But could be this one. A more severe form of cough indicating serious damage to respiratory organs. I mean, if he's coughing up blood, that's gotta be a more severe cough. We're gonna check that off. Let me check this in my papers. One moment. Coughing up blood matches 2 diagnoses. The list of symptoms almost match. What matters is that every symptom correlates to a certain body system. It signals that this particular system is somehow affected. If someone is coughing up blood, what symptom do you think that relates to? The The windpipe? Sorry, I should use the fancy name. The lungs. The patient's lungs are affected. Now find everything that's both similar and different between our two possible diagnoses. Check not only the symptoms, but also the systems affected. Remember, if the list includes at least one lung-related symptom, we'll see something in the sputum sample under the microscope. Let me check my notes. Of course, Mr. Dinkovsky. People living in crowded conditions, risk groups. Oh, these are the symptoms. So yeah, lungs, heart, brain, mouth. Brain, lungs, heart, other things. So what we have in common between them are the first three. Huh, interesting. Even if the symptom hasn't manifested yet? That's correct. It hasn't manifested yet, but it's there. We must use reagents sparingly, so here's the trick. When you have several options, only check for the systems that help you narrow down a diagnosis. The first illness does not affect the mucous membrane, but has gastrointestinal symptoms. Should we take a sample from the mucous membrane and examine it through the microscope to pinpoint the diagnosis? Yes. When two diagnoses are possible, check which systems are affected and find the difference. Take samples based on this observation. Finally, use the microscope to look for signs of a particular illness. I get it, I guess. Maybe at least the general idea. Let's review the clinical signs. The patient is coughing up blood, so there are two possible options. We should narrow them down to one by using the microscope to examine one of the systems that differ between the two possible diagnoses. My head is spinning with all this new knowledge. I have to confess, I want to address this fancy equipment as Sir. You two will bond eventually. Just please don't pat it on the shoulder. The microscope won't be amused. So, let's take a lung sample? I don't know, a brain sample too? And then microscope minigame time? So what will this tell us exactly? Wait, what's the buttons to zoom in? W and S. Gonna make it clear. Okay, what is this gonna give me? What information? Organ is affected. An unidentified pathogen has been found in the lungs. What does that tell me? Consumption. The disease is caused by the bacterium Microbacterium tuberculosis, for which humans are the main reservoir. It primarily affects the lungs and is transmitted through coughing, singing, and other respiratory actions. I mean, that sounds about right. He said his friend had the same thing. Initially, patients complained of muscle weakness and weight loss. Cough and skin dryness. Children, people with weakened immunity, smokers, drug addicts. I mean, that sounds more accurate to him than acute bronchopathy. I'll admit I don't fully understand what the microscope did. I need Dr. Dinkowski to sit me down and explain it again. But I think he has consumption. We're gonna lock that in. We can always try again. Anyway, let's move on to Holy Fool. Heal away, friend, for your benefit or mine. It doesn't bother me. Bobok. For the benefit of the entire town, I dare say. I have the sand pest. You have the sand pest. It's fatal, but your blood will help other people to avoid catching ill. I guess this will be my destiny all along. What a lucky man I am. I'll die, but I'll help others. People should stick together. Don't you agree, Doctor? I agree. It's hard to achieve anything without the assistance of others. A doctor, for example, might have trouble diagnosing a patient who does not cooperate. I'm no good as an assistant, Doctor. I don't know a thing about this science of yours, but if it can be helpful, I'll help gladly. It's the only way. Then please help me. Tell me what your issues are. It's simple, really. I won't complain about my vagabond life, if that's what you mean. I deserve it, bruises and all its charm. Bruises and all, it has its charm. When you have no roof over your head, every time you bed down for the night, the celestial stars themselves lull you to sleep. You sleep outside, even in the fall? Do you ever catch a cold sleeping like that? Oh, I've gotten used to it. If you don't get used to it, you won't last through your first winter. When it gets cold, I shake. I get feverish. But I gather it will pass soon enough, like it always does. It's just, this time, my head pounds and pounds. It doesn't stop. Could your head be pounding because you've been drinking? You don't look sober. You're shaking, tripping over your feet. You cannot stand straight. How's a man supposed to get warm out on the streets? That's what spirits are for. Huh. Well, we're gonna write down headache for now. Where was headache? Is there headache? Did I imagine that? Here we go. Are you drunk or not? When was the last time you consumed alcohol? This is not an idle question. I don't want to write down irrelevant symptoms. How should I know, Doctor? They brought me here, into all this ruckus and hurry. You tell me, turn over here, spit over there, roll up your sleeve, answer some questions. A good stiff drink would scramble my thoughts far less than this medical rigmarole. It almost slipped my mind. The orderlies who brought you here told me they found you by an infected house. What were you doing there? I've done nothing wrong, nothing at all. I was going to lead the little bull out of that house, but I didn't. Oh, that's no good. I didn't keep my word. My memory is like a sleeve. What bull? Who keeps cattle inside their home? I cannot believe the local customs. A bull for the girl. I promised I'd lead it out, but I didn't. Right, we'll figure out later what you promised. If the need arises. Now, get ready for an examination. Extremely pale. Shouldn't vagrants be weathered? Says he doesn't take off his only clothes, even in the heat. Abrasions, a result of poor hygiene, or consequences of infectious disease. The patient is also itching all over. Covered in bruises. What else would you expect from a vagrant? Okay, we have pallor, we have abrasions, and bruises. Oh, itchy, right? Pallor was down here. That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up to anything. We could get rid of headache, though. That still doesn't add up to anything. What if we got rid of itchy skin? That leaves us with these. But itchy skin for sure, right? Yeah, the patient is also itching all over. Poor hygiene. Extremely pale. But this doesn't add up. I mean, we'll have to ask. I need to check all this stuff off. What about... Let's take a look at the back. Bruises. Vascular pathology? Or was he beaten? Arms? Reverse? Legs? Reverse? Abrasions, results of poor hygiene or consequence of infectious disease. Okay, I have questions. They used to let us into the theater when it was freezing outside. Now they'll even heal you. What a good place, a kind place. I wouldn't peg you as a theater goer. Did you see a lot of plays before the hospital was opened? Our entire lives are like theater. When actors suddenly become homeless like us, wouldn't you say that's dramatic? They stage their plays outside now. Life, like theater, never stops. Whether you're a person thrown out on the street or a piece of scenery falling off the rigging of the stage. We have a lot in common. I too cannot stop, no matter what happens. Will you answer my questions? Ask away, doctor. That's what people really need from one another, a scrap of attention. I know that you need my answers for your important work. Who'd bother speaking to me if they didn't need something? Your skin looks terrible. Plus, you're constantly itching. Excuse my lack of hygiene. A fellow becomes quite mangy and itchy when he can't wash or change his clothes. I'm not complaining, though. No use wasting beneath it. I'm just reaping what I've sowed. So are you saying that's not a symptom, then? It's a result of your clothing? What about this? You seem rather pale. Is this a recent occurrence, or your natural color? How am I supposed to get tanned, doctor? I can't take off my clothes in the summer unless I want to lose them. Poof, and they'll be gone. I've got to hang on to them and wear them at all the time. It's not like someone would be willing to give me new ones, but that's all right. I can bear with it. Stay in the hospital and wait for me. Sleep in a warm place, not on the ground for once. I'm confused. I think we're gonna go with anemic vasculopathy. Risk groups, peasants, plowmen, gravediggers, and other various types of people working with soil. That sounds about right. Well, I am feeling very stupid lately with these last two patients. We'll see if I was right. All today's diagnoses are set. The results will be delivered to the Stillwater. Well, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll return to the Stillwater later. I wonder if we can actually finish what's going on with this morphine shipment that was stolen. Supposedly, you saw something, Clara.
Whichever finger bleeds, the whole hand aches.
What do you want? Someone has stolen morphine from the hospital stock. Help me find the thief. Get lost, will you? What if I say I suspect you? I didn't take your morphine. Sheesh. Why would I need it? I don't even know. To administer it to patients and tell them it was you who's taken their pain away, not the medicine? Ah, will you stop pestering me, medical man? Leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for this. I don't give a damn if you're in the mood or not. I asked you a question, answer it. So stifling in here. Stifling and sickening. I'm off to the pub. Curious. Since when do they allow children in the pub? You're such a bore. Hello? Can you even hear me? It's like I'm talking to a wall. I think I chose the wrong dialogue. Also, you want to speak again?
Think.
Oh no, yeah. How old is Clara the Changeling? Isn't she too young to be in a pub? We'll have to go there. Didn't I diagnose him? Yeah. Oh, Capella's here. Hello.
Souls of a feather flock together.
It seems your talk with Clara didn't go very well. Haven't your parents taught you that eavesdropping is bad? I haven't been eavesdropping. You were shouting at her so loud I could hear it all the way from here. So you know Clara then? Are you acquainted? Nobody knows Clara. She doesn't even know herself. She appeared in town 5 days ago. Where she came from, who she is, it's all a mystery. I believe that she's a living mirror, For every person, she's different. What do you mean by that? Clara's voice depends on the mood, or rather, the position, the state. But not the state she's in. It's the state of the one she's talking to. She loves talking to the Stomaton brothers, for example. They're different. One's always melancholic, always in apathy. The other one's always on edge, nearing psychosis. Clara keeps coming to them because they can hear her different voices. She likes that. So if I, for example, will drive myself to apathy or psychosis, she'll stop calling me boring and deign to actually talk to me? You'll hear her other voice, yes. Really? Will we have different dialogue with Clara if, I'm manic or depressed? She was going to the pub just now. I think I'll drop in, too. The changeling only communicates with those on her wavelength. Morphine disappeared from the hospital. Whose doing is this if not the changelings? Okay, we're again in a situation where it's getting pretty late in the day and I've only diagnosed patients. And if I want to see the end of these diagnoses, I'll have to return to the Stillwater. Even though there are other things I'd like to do today. But we do have to return to the Stillwater. Okay, I feel like I have done terribly in the hospital today. I wasn't very confident of myself. The microscope is confusing me. I guess we'll hear. How'd it go? Number 33 reporting. I've brought the reports on today's patients. What became of them after your prescriptions? Please review them. Thank you, 33. An error has crept into diagnosis. Someone's diagnosis is alas incorrect, which means we won't see a vaccine. Whose was incorrect? Oktay was correct. I was very confident with him. I enjoyed diagnosing him even. Seeing the effect of ointments on skin lesions. The stepman Oktay got all worked up and now torments me with questions like, what's better to be, a human or an odong? Especially considering that herb brides take odong as husbands. So what do you tell him, doctor? Bobok? No. Esteemed the Bachelor, unfortunately Bobok passed away after your treatment. You know, young man, for a second there, I almost thought you saw us as people and not as street dogs. It's a shame that in the end it turned out not to be the case. The good, unlike you. I did Sharp correct. The method worked. Patient Sharp is coughing a little bit less now, so we prescribed the right treatment for the right ailment. But in another way, it seemed harder for him. The better he feels, the more vividly he remembers how people were killed before his eyes. He raves about that locked train car. I'm afraid he might harm himself. Ugh. I just misdid Bobok, but the good thing about how this is working is it seems like these are their own individual quests, so on repeat I will only have to, I could reset this one only, just to do Bobok correctly. Anyway, we have some time. Let's run over to the bar. Okay, so Clara's here, and we're chasing after her to get some morphine. Honestly, I'm not too confident that it was her that stole it. Peter's here. I don't think I've actually spoken to him yet, have I? No, we haven't. Peter Stomaton, architect in apathy. We were briefly acquainted in the capital. Peter wasn't particularly cheerful, but he didn't stare into space like he does now. In this very town, he built the polyhedron, and took to drink, unable to bear the beauty of his own masterpiece, or the thought that he'd never create anything better. Apparently, the polyhedron truly is a masterpiece.
How's my brother? Any news from him?
You're right in front of him. Why, look who's here. The one and only Bachelor Denkovsky has deigned to honor, nay bless us with his presence.
Brother, I hear you're here.
Please don't shout. I have a migraine as it is. That's because you're a slow drinker. Too slow. I'm way ahead of you. Are you out of your mind, Stomaton? Letting children into your pub. Who's the child? Peter? He only looks like a teenager. In his heart of hearts, he's an old man. He means Clara. Clara who? Oh, you mean the loon. What's your objective to her? Your objection to her? Have you known her for long? As long as I can remember, so about 2 days. She is utterly mad, and I love her for it. I try to speak to her as little as possible. She's depressing. Come now, why would you say that? We were just here having a great time. She was telling her stories. I almost died laughing. Her stories make you want to hang yourself. There's a darkness to everything she says. That's because you have no sense of humor, and you're a slow drinker. Here, let me top you up. It sounds almost like you're talking about 2 different people. What? No, she's sitting right over there. We just talked to her. I'm still laughing. And I'm still in a daze. Rumor has it she can heal people by laying hands on them. Do you think it's true? The only thing that heals me are those bottles behind the bar, or rather, what's inside them. Her hands don't heal. All they do is let you forget. That's because you drink the wrong way. You go too slow. You have to think so fast the booze outruns your thoughts. Can you imagine, Daniel? Clara just spun us some yarn about a talking rat. A talking rat, you say? I almost burst laughing. Peter's been standing there, still as a statue, since then. Because it wasn't funny. You're laughing at another's misfortune, Andre. I suspect her of stealing morphine from the hospital. Seriously? What a gas. That's what I call really living your life. Can't say I'm surprised. I imagine only morphine can drown out her screaming soul. And you wouldn't think by the look of her that she's on sedatives. I'd say she's the exact opposite. Borderline psychotic. You're borderline psychotic. That's why you think she's like you. I think I understand now. Duality. Different people perceive the changeling differently. It seems connected to her interlocutor's state.
There is a God.
Not only are you boring, but you're also annoying, like a fly. Are you going to keep hovering around me like that? Aren't you a bit young to be hanging around pubs? She's 5 days old and she knows it. Not even gonna say anything, huh? Fine, whatever. I might as well talk to a brick wall. Did that just make me angry?
I won't touch you, so don't touch me.
What? You don't like it? Not gonna say anything? Oh, I'm getting madder and madder. Will she finally talk to me?
I pity you, human. You're so good, but there's so little of you left.
Guess I'll keep hovering around you like that. Am I angry enough, Clara?
The sweet tabby I chose had no fur and no nose. On 8 paws he would linger. On his tail was a stinger.
I'm so sick of you, shadowing me everywhere like a maniac. You're so eager to help out at the hospital. What happened? What are you even doing while we have a disaster on our hands? All this hullabaloo over a couple of stupid vials. I took them, okay? It was me. You're owning up to it? Just like that? And why not? I'm not in a good mood. Then perhaps you might tell me what you wanted it for. I didn't take it for myself. I took it for Mama and gave it to her. Zavarova, then. She asked you to steal it and you agreed. Just like that? What if she asked you to kill someone? Try living with her for a while. If she starts whining and pleading, it's easier to humor her than explain why she can't have what she wants. I find it easier just to fetch her the morphine than listen to her moan about her pain and struggle. Don't you have a gift of healing? Cure her with the laying on of hands, and that's that. Problem solved. Or does laying on of hands not do the trick? What gives? She's weak, doesn't believe in me. She does what she does while she's doing well, but as soon as she's in pain, she starts winging for her, whining for her morphine. I had to steal it just so I wouldn't have to listen to her moaning. Where's she now? Home at the rod. Only a while ago, I could hear her moan from all the way here. She's quiet now. The morphine must have helped. I'm going to have to suspend you from the hospital. Theft is unacceptable. No! The changeling stole morphine at Katerina Savarova's request. This is hilarious. Katerina Savarova is abusing morphine. What news? Oh my god, I love this. We only have 4 hours in the day left. Let's run. Alright, we haven't seen the Sabarov's house yet.
The clock's hand comes to a standstill.
So this is new. This is new as well. That's the exit. Okay, hold on. So then this would be Katerina's room. Wow, it's one conjoined house. No longer do you have to enter through separate load zones. This is the room Alexander's usually in, but he's not here right now. Who should be here is Katerina. I will take this for my own consumption. Oh, I've triggered Katerina. Katerina Sabarova, leader of the Humbles cult. The last mistress in the town. Here they call mistresses the women who are supposedly gifted with mystical powers, either to see the future or to change it. Legends were told of the miracles of other mistresses, but Katerina, they said, lacked the gift. I think this ill reputation came about because she was barren.
It's beneath a mistress to skulk about at night.
Hello, Katerina. Well, are you done digging through other people's belongings? What's this, Katerina? How did you get a hold of morphine? Astounding. You barge into my house, rummage through my things, and now you have the audacity to ask me about morphine. Have you no shame, Bachelor Dinkovsky? Stop dodging my question. I recognize these vials. They're the ones handed out at the hospital every morning. What were they doing among your stuff? She is looking around a lot. You've planted these vials there just now. I'll call the guards. Quit playing dumb. Here are the vials. I've just found them before your very eyes. Care to explain yourself? What do you know of pain, Minkovsky? Answer me. What do you know of pain? Here we go again. Shall I predict what's coming next? You will now tell me how terrible your pain is. You'll try to make me pity you, and it won't work. The nerve! If only you could feel a fraction of the suffering I'm going through. You're a doctor. You ought to be helping people, not making tawdry accusations. You've stolen morphine from a hospital. You've stolen morphine from the sick. How could you even conceive of such an idea? Imagine your veins were filled with broken glass, and every heartbeat pushed the shards further in, cutting you from the inside. That is pain. And when the shards reach your heart valves, and pierce them, the pain grows even stronger. I don't care to lecture people. Your life is yours to ruin as you please. All I ask is that you don't steal from the hospital. We're running low on supplies as it is. That wasn't me! I didn't do it! I know, you used Clara. That doesn't make it better. Quite the contrary, in fact. No, it's not that. I didn't want to steal, but he left me no choice. He made me. Said Clara had access. That she was allowed in the hospital. Said she wouldn't refuse me. Who was he? Your husband? No, I can't tell you. I did have a man in the warehouses who got morphine for me, but a couple days ago he stopped doing it. I don't know why. I felt awful sick, in great pain. Do you know how that feels? When you're in pain and have no one to talk to? So I summoned him. Oh, get on with it. Who did you summon? The Rat Prophet. What Rat Prophet? Is that someone's criminal alias? He can be met at the stairway to heaven, under certain conditions. And what would those conditions be exactly? He only comes at night, when the southern wind blows. Do you even hear yourself? He has a keen sense of smell. When the northern wind blows, the town carries a different scent. There's a chill in the air. He doesn't like it, so he takes his leave. For a time. Did he tell you that himself? I'm just trying to figure out how you know all this. I asked why sometimes he doesn't answer its summons. He said it's because of the wind. The wind is blowing from the south today. I'm sure he is in the town, but tomorrow the winds will change and he'll leave. If you want to meet him, you should hurry. Tonight is your last chance. After that, you'll have to wait a few weeks. Very well, let's say I believe you, and there's some kind of prophet who only appears in town when the southern wind blows. How do I find him? He comes after dark to the stairwell to heaven in the backbone. There's a small altar at the top, with a skull on it. You'll need to stand before it and ring the bell. Here, take it. If you do everything right, he'll appear. And then he'll explain to me why he's incited you to steal morphine from the hospital, right? I have told you all I know, Denkovsky. You can mock me all you want. You can tell on me to my husband. You can lock me up in your isolation ward. I do not care. All I ask for is your mercy. Don't take these vials away. I swear I will not steal from the hospital ever again. But I need these vials. Don't you understand? I don't know. So far this whole conversation I've been kind of bashing on her for stealing, and I'm gonna stick with that. Absolutely not. There's an outbreak in town. Every vial is accounted for. If I give you morphine, one of my patients will have to go without. Perhaps you should go visit the hospital and choose the person that will suffer the pain in your place. What are you suggesting? Have you no shame? I'd never. Have you no heart at all? Shame has nothing to do with it. I'm just explaining the situation. The morphine is few and the patients many. What exactly do you not understand? Very well then. I'm going to suffer. I hope you're happy now. I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I'll bear my pain. Well then, I wish you all the best. Thanks for the tale about the Rat Prophet. I might even try summoning him. I make no promises, though. Okay, I made a decision that echoes in the future, and I now have Sabarova's bell. Oh, actually, this was an end to a quest. Sabarova has an addiction. I must help her. Leaving her morphine is out of the question. And there's a new quest today. According to Katerina Sabarova, at night on the stairway to heaven, I can summon the Rat Prophet with a bell. And the one that's nearby as well. We might even be able to do this today. Okay, well, the Rat Prophet should be up here. I thought previously that,
There's so much of the world.
the box up here was a Artemy or Children's Cache thing, but little did I know it was a Rat Prophet thing. And you know, this is the exact same place you see the Rat Prophet in one of Artemy's streams in Pathologic 2. He's adorable. Rat Prophet, a thing from the dark. Actually, just a dwarf in a mask. Surely another joke by Mark Immortel. What do you want to hear, human? I can't believe it. It actually worked. Sabarova wasn't lying. Look at you, showing up and ringing the bell. Such useless creatures. Noise is the only thing humans know how to make. Wretched beasts. Looks like someone's in a bad mood today. Did I wake you up or something? I dislike wasting time. I dislike trouble. And where there are humans, there's always trouble. As if rats are any different. Where there's plague, there's always rats. Why is that, You're not only hairless, you're clueless too. Rats are the cleanest, smartest creatures on this filthy earth. Except that rats are infested with plague-carrying fleas. Exactly. Exactly so, human. You do understand it's fleas that are to blame, not rats. But humans are so dumb. You can't tell a flea from a rat. So you tar everything with the same brush. And at the first sign of trouble, my kind are the ones you rush to exterminate anyway. Blah. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. De-ratization. Why didn't I think of this earlier? We just learned a new decree from the rat prophet. Nothing ever changes. Birds fly, fish swim, humans kill. Humans are the real plague, for my kind at least. Leave the rats alone. I'm warning you, human. Leave the rats alone. None of this is their fault. So, what do you suggest then? The town is in danger, and I've already tried almost everything. Deratization might work, though. Show mercy for my kind, human, and I'll make it worth your while. What do you have to offer? A deal with the rat prophet? Not always the best thing. See, human, you are already haggling. Greedy. Humans deserve nothing but contempt. But I do have something I can offer you. Leave my kind alone, and I promise you won't regret it. Oh my god, I mean, Pathologic 2 told me not to accept shady deals, but I want to accept this shady deal. I want to accept it so bad. You're already playing Saburova for a fool, and now you want me to join her company? I'm not falling for that. Come on, I don't want to lose the option to say yes though, because I want to say yes. All right, it's a deal. Pest control, new decree idea. Systematically exterminate all small rodents, insects, pests, whatever it said. How did I not think of clearing the town of rodents before? Perhaps the plague will subside. We have a deal now! I can't possibly do that! Look at this cute little thing! You silly creature. You're the human, not me. A human? I am a thing of the earth. Saw you in a dream, by the way. Are these things the rat prophet has said to me? I love this guy! Well, how could I say no? How could I refuse a mysterious deal? Anyway, maybe it's time to head back to the Stillwater. Okay, let's end today. The end of the day has come, in which a scene unfolds. There seems to be no chat with Eva for the day. I think if you've seen it already, then that's that. I'd like to take a look outside at the pantomime, even though I know I've already seen it again. What was it again? Eva in the Stillwater with Daniel. Okay. Alright, I'm curious to see if day 6 is going to unlock now that this day didn't end in failure. Maybe I have to actually continue the Simon storyline and make actual real progress to continue. I think that is the case. Well then, let's think about things. We have time for today's episode. What would we rather replay? We can do any of the... Where are my thoughts? Any of these days. Honestly, I think I'm more interested in day 4, We saw a lot of possibilities here that I just didn't have time to finish. And if I could finish them, grief will be alive, which will be very important for later days. We might be able to see Ruben, I don't know. There were all kinds of other stuff. There was a dead buried person. I think we'll go to day 4. Because, like, these are main plot points. Ruben is dead on day 4, and Grief is dead on day 4. So we need to correct that. Day 4 it is. Alright. Whoop, let's reset the fact that Ruben died, because we can fix that. They expect me to find a solution to the water. We need to do that still. And, wait, what? On my 4th day in town, the kin buried Ruben alive in a coffin? Dang, we've been spoiled. I agreed to Clara. Let's keep that good. These are our 3 patients we diagnosed, which we did correctly, so we don't want to redo that. Just this stuff over here, really. Damn, Ruben got buried alive? That's hilarious, actually. But I would have loved to see that organically, instead of being spoiled this way. And also, this is the day we get to run away, or was that day 4? No, this is day 4. Well, let's go. Laura should be here with the conversation because I reset that.
Will it rain? Will it snow? Will it pass? I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Words can't express how much your help means to me and the House of the Living. But since I'm arranging that help, I'll need to examine the house myself, check its sanitary conditions. Yes, of course. I understand the need to do so. The horrible disease. We've done all we can to avoid it, but a doctor's inspection would surely help. I'll be waiting for you today. I'm happy to show you around if you have time. I'll find the time. I can't ignore such a noble undertaking. I'll need to go by the hospital today, too, to pick up Artemis' quests about babysitting. Emergency command resources. Contagion. We'll go by the hospital just to pick up today's quest from Artemis. What's this? I didn't see this last time. Very well. Any recent fever, vertigo, sore throat, a cough? No, nothing like that. Alright, noted. Now, hey, where do you think you're going? Get in line. Oh, I want to see how the vaccination is going. Is everything alright? Have you been listening to that weirdo with a sign? Don't mind his nonsense. It's a reliable vaccine, developed under the personal guidance of Bachelor Denkovsky. Get to the end of the line. You won't wait long. The procedure is swift and simple. Bachelor Denkovsky? That would be me. Oh, Mr. Denkovsky. So nice to see you. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. My name is... I don't want to keep you longer than necessary. How's it going? Great, it's going great. We're ahead of this schedule. Once we vaccinated each other in front of each other in front of the crowd, people started pouring in. Great job. This is our vaccination station. Something about a guy with a sign. What's your problem? Also, there's a lock here. Staff only. The rest must use the main door. Can I use that door? Come on. I'm staff. Stop. Please think twice about this. Your health is at stake here. Good God, the anti-vaxxers. What are you talking about? This damn vaccine. I suggest you hold off on getting inoculated, my good man. They're injecting people with some slop that was whipped up yesterday from whatever they had at hand. That's not the way to do it. It's a miracle this vaccine even exists, you know. It'd be a miracle if you wake up after taking it. And if you do, well, our esteemed big city doctor will just whip up a new one. Any medicine is poison. Just imagine the state of your humors in a week or two. I see you're against using the vaccine. Would you like to hear about the alternative? Not sure I understand your insinuations, but do tell. The alternative is to burn the town to the ground, and it's already burning. The plague is spreading like a fire, and this vaccine is our only chance. A dangerous medicine, but it's all we have, and it's better than nothing. Don't you see? Well, that was a bit over the top. Let's not succumb to panic and alarmism, shall we? Okay. Go to hell. Go to hell. You're gonna die by the plague anyway. I don't care. I have a request of my own? Fine, I'll babysit. Alright. So, today I plan to go see Laura and babysit some kids. Sounds fun. Okay, here we are in the Stillwater. I guess we're here to inspect the house and approve it. For her shelter. Smells decent. Simple food to keep up strength. I ate worse in my student years. Okay, Laura.
Clemency is born not from virtue, but from fear.
Sometimes I regret not studying medicine and having only my intuition to guide me when I help people. On the other hand, that would have meant leaving this place, if only for a time, to study. A friend of mine managed to do that, but I couldn't imagine leaving. Your friend? Who do you mean? We called him Cub when we were kids. You know him as brough. He was always torn between the town and the steppe, between the kin's traditions and his craving for new knowledge. It's so odd to think that he was the one who left, only to return now, and that I was the one who stayed behind. So, you're childhood friends, then? We are. We have always been inseparable. Artemy, me, and two more of our peers. But I shouldn't waste your time on our memories. You're here to ask about our shelter. Can I ask why you've made your own house into a shelter in the first place? This is my father's house, where my memory of him lives. He was strict. He was a strict, rule-bound man, but refusing someone in need was abhorrent to him. When he died, I decided to set up a shelter here, so people would always have food and a roof over their heads. And I have a house that isn't quite quiet as a tomb. What happened to your father? My father, Captain Ravel, was a hero. That's all there is to it. I'm trying to live a life worthy of his name, and that's why I'm here. But you're here on business. What should I tell you about the conditions here? Anything you think is important? Yes, of course. We provide clean bedding to those who stay the night. We thoroughly wash any dishes used by those who come to eat. We've checked everything that's donated to us. What else? We have an emergency exit leading towards the river. You can walk around and see for yourself. Is that what that door is, Lara? I forever wondered about that. I do have to ask where those donations come from. There are fewer now. Before the epidemic, the whole town was involved with the House of the Living. The Olgimskis would provide food, the governor would send his patrolmen to help with repairs, and ordinary folk would help however they could. The plague drives us back into indifference. Saburov I can believe, but Big Vlad? Is he actually capable of charity? You are quick to judge, Doctor. Do you think you really see the Olgimsky Patriarch for what he is? He's a businessman, that's true, and he has a dire reputation. But do you believe the White Mistress would bear the children of a grasping scoundrel? So Big Vlad is a philanthropist. I suppose I can't trust first impressions in this town. The longer I live, the more I listen to the stories of people who come to the House of the Living, the more I believe that any man can surprise himself, venture to do what once was unthinkable, even you or me. Standard procedure for now. Analyze the water you use at the shelter. Will you let me make sure it's clean? I'm no doctor, but my thoughts also went first to the water. My friend has given me the idea of bringing it here from the steppe. The remote springs there. He's even carried the first barrel on his back. That's why we call him Cub. As children, he's always been strong. Indeed, it makes sense to look for water away from the town right now. Where did you usually get it? There are several springs in town, and there are several springs in town, and then there's the new plumbing system. But that one hasn't really taken root. People don't trust it. They believe the earth they believe the earth was disturbed by its construction and will one day retaliate. We don't drink water from the Gorkin either. As far as I know, the Gorkin water is clean. Or it was before the epidemic. Was it avoided out of superstition too? I guess I never thought about it. I was born here, you see. I've not known almost anyone to drink river water. Even my father, a learned man, told me to avoid it. Some things just happen out of custom, not some rational reason. Right now, it's for the best. Who knows what's in there? But we need to be careful. May I analyze your step water in my lab? Of course. If you need to, go ahead. Take any samples you need. Though, to be honest, the thought of you doubting the step water frightens me. It's just a precaution, Lara. The water is probably fine. Water for all. Free. While the town languishes from thirst, the shelter pours water for anyone who asks. True paradise. But I'll check that water. Investment in the future. I allocated a portion of command resource to a good cause. I'm all too familiar with the humiliation of begging for funding. Oh, I see what I did. I see what that was about earlier, actually. I agreed to giving some supplies to Lara's House of Living. That's what that was. Well, let's go here. I want to see what this is about. And then we'll go back there. And then we'll go see other objectives. And we'll also see where this takes us. But first, let's go see here. But first, I want to look around Lara's place more. The ruling family's donated medicine. Seems Lara is respected here. My contribution to the shelter's upkeep, fresh medicine and supplies, emergency command resources put to proper use. Oh, there is a clock here. I will be looting. Oh, this door is usable. Wonder why. I mean, it was usable in the last game, but... Hey, another vaccination station. It's cool to see my decrees actually out in the world affecting things. Do you hear that piano? There's a lot of candles here. Does that mean anything? I'm just wondering if there's gonna be like that Capella quest from Pathologic 2, where you investigate her mother's soul. And here? Hey, Sticky! What's up? Did Bear send you? Bear said a grown-up would come and play with us while he's away. Hold on a minute. There were supposed to be 3 of you, no? We should tell him.
You know my nerves can only take so much.
No, we shouldn't. He'll get worried. Oh god, what are you talking about? Maybe he can help. Or he'll just punish us. Do you want to punish us? Please just tell me what happened. It's not our fault, honest. Say, mister, have you ever seen a door disappear? Like you walk through the door, and then there's no door. No, not ever. I told you, he's gonna punish us. Too grumpy. Even though it's not our fault anyway. We were playing hide and seek, and then there was this door, and Murky, and the door slammed, and it was just the wall there. And we had nothing to do with it. We were just standing here, touching the wall. Okay, slow down, take a breath. Explain it from the beginning, please. What door are you talking about? I told you, the door was right here. It just appeared in the wall. Murky went through it, and as soon as it closed, slam, gone. No more door, just this wall. Bear's gonna be upset. He's gonna be so upset. Oh, I would be upset. Please, mister, don't tell Bear we lost Murky. I swear. We asked her not to go in, but she said they were calling her, and she went in anyway. Door right here, in this very wall, showed up, vanished. Am I understanding correctly? What a stupid old man you are. We told you we were playing hide and seek. A door appeared and then vanished, and Murky was here, and then she vanished too. Murky, 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 where are you? Yell with us, mister. You're so big. You got a bigger voice than we do. Reach farther. Murky, 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 where are you? Murky, answer me. Yes, let's all yell for Murky. This is hilarious. But also, I'm sure she's in this building with the candles? Is this not the same building I just noticed and walked around? Children, I think you fail to understand the concept of playing hide and seek. Should I yell Murky? I gotta. Oh, you can really scream. You can really scream, mister. I think I'm deaf now. I have an idea. Let's look outside the house for her. The door was right here, inside the house, so we'll go this way, and you'll go the other way. We won't miss anything like that. Oh my fucking god. What? I can't hear you. I think I've gone deaf in both ears from his screaming. Very funny, boy. Do you know how doctors cure deafness? By putting a leech inside your ear. Would you like me to cure it? No, I'm better already, thank you. I'm perfectly healthy and ready to go look for Murky. So let's get started searching the house, please. No, stop. Please, stay right where you are and don't move. I don't want any more lost kids on my hands. I'll look around the house myself, so you two stay put. Oh my god. I can't wait to see Murky. This is so funny. This is like the best quest so far, too. Murky waters. Either one of the children has disappeared, or I've been lured into a stupid game. I need to search around the house where doors appear and vanish. So, around the house? Search around the house, not in the house. Where doors appear and vanish. Here's a door. What are you doing? Laughing. I heard it laughing. I've never heard such a thing before. You never heard people laughing before? Pardon me. Have you seen a child around here? A little girl? I have. Some kids were playing over by the playground recently, and there were a few girls among them. No, I know those ones. A little girl went missing somewhere nearby, and I'm looking for her. I can't help you. I'm nearsighted, so all kids look the same to me. I don't even see faces. It's just blurry blobs, and I can't stand the little brats anyway. They all call me Mole Eye. Mole Eye? Is that because of your poor eyesight, or is there another reason? You think that's funny? Absolutely no respect for your elders. You shouldn't treat me this way. I'm a sick man. So sick that I'm starting to have all sorts of bizarre hallucinations. What kind of hallucinations? Have you seen any disappearing doors lately? What door are you talking about? No, the water tower's gone insane. I walked past it today and it was laughing. Okay, I think I know where Murky is. It scared me so much that I refused to go back there today. Where is this water tower? It's just west of here, right behind that house. Thanks. West of here? So, to this side behind the house? How did she end up in a water tower? There's more candles at this. I guess they all have candles. I heard laughing too. Murky? Oh my fucking god. I see the tower. I saw it. I need to... I'm dying here. Laughing her ass off. I love her so much. Murky, little grump. One of the many orphans in this town, appeared from who knows where, as if the earth growing like a weed. As if from the earth, growing like a weed. What she'll become is unclear.
Someone's poking around the place at nighttime.
Oh, I love seeing Murky. I love seeing the characters. I've missed them all so much. Haha, you're so small. Real tiny. How did you even get up there? I sit high. I look far. I can see everything from up here. Your friends told me you went through some door and then it vanished behind you. I followed the music and ended up in a room. A moth was there. When I saw it, it spoke to me. A moth? So you've been to Simon's Focus. First of all, I shouldn't even know what that is yet. What? I mean, I know it's day 4, but... Okay. I mean, I know what that is, but I shouldn't know what that is. Let's, not choose that one. A moth spoke to you? You don't really expect me to believe that, do you? Haha, you're so silly. Moths can't speak. Grandpa spoke to me. The moth was just there. What did this grandpa tell you? He asked what I wanted. I said I wanted to see the edge of the world. He said, all right, but it's really high up. Are you ready? I said yes. He said if I got scared, a man would come and carry me back down. What kind of stupid trick is this? Trick is such a funny word. It sounds like pebbles falling. Trick, 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 trick. Help me get down, mister. I don't want to fall like a pebble. Gladly. It's a bit scary to see you sitting up there so high. Come on, just be careful. So the piano I'm hearing, she heard that too? And she followed it? I don't seriously consider the supernatural explanation of Murky's disappearance, do I? I need to tell the children their friend has been found. Yeah, I don't really understand, but we found Murky, and I'm happy to do so. Mister, hey mister, I've got a letter for you. Bear told me to make sure I delivered it to you personally. Well then, hand it over. Why are you holding it back? He told me that if I brought you the letter, I'd get a coin. Sorry kid, I don't have any coins to spare. But Bear said you're not stingy. He also said you'd get a coin, so he lied twice. Mister, hey mister, at least give me some tobacco then, will ya? Oh my god. I told you I've got nothing for you. Are you deaf, boy? Wow, get a load of this. A grown-up man with no money and no tobacco. You don't even look like a beggar. Here, take your stupid letter. Thanks, boy. I wish you all the best. And I wish some sense into that head of yours even more. What's the scenery and note from Haruspex? Brough reports he found a test subject for me, but there are issues. He's waiting for me in a hidden place in the Tanners. Note from Haruspex. I honored your request. I honored your request. Can't go to the hospital. Too dangerous. I'll wait for you in the Tanners, near the stone by the river. I'll explain when you get there. Brough. P.S. The messenger boy will ask you for a coin or tobacco. Don't give him any. I've been trying to wean him off begging for the last 3 days, but to no avail yet. Oh my god, the kids are hilarious. We should run away from the town. Wait, Shrew? I know Shrew! Shrew was in the marble nest. I'm just now making that connection. We should run away from the town. Or better yet, flee the country.
You know my nurse can only take so much.
What? Are you out of your mind? I don't know, but my mom always says that. And Bear will never forgive us for losing Murky. Oh yeah, that does mean we have to run away. We'll wander the world until we die. Hooray! I've already dreamed of dying while wandering the world. Belay the escape. Murky has been found and she's fine. Oh, good. Don't sound so disappointed. Were you really that eager to run away? Murky is always causing trouble. Lost 1 minute, found the next. I helped her down from the water tower. She should be here soon, and you can tell her everything. So is that quest done? No. Okay, let's go. Brough has found the patient. We need to make most of this meeting. I wonder if this patient will be somebody I know. What is with the infinity time things? That's one of my decrees! That's the decree I did! I'm just now realizing. I stopped all the clocks, and that's how they did it. This... Why is this game hilarious? This game is so fucking funny. This is how we're stopping all the clocks. We're putting a sign of infinity over all the clocks in town. That is so funny. I'm just now realizing what that is. What's going on here? Whoa. They must think it's funny. Think. It's impossible to come up with that by thinking. I'm positive they don't... Oh. They didn't use their thinking at all. And how am I supposed to set my watch? I always check it against the tower. Hey, mister. Do you know about the clocks? Did they board them all up? I love that this is happening only now after I realized. Yes, all the clocks in town, by decree of the emergency command. Well, ain't they smart up there? Go shuck their mamas. Watch your mouth, there's a kid here. What? I ain't saying nothing dirty, just sharing my thoughts on those sons of biscuits. I don't get it. All that iron wasted on this. Couldn't they put it to a better use? Damn right. I'd love a few words with the guy in charge. Mother of pearl. Took perfectly good metal and shucked it all up. Now it's all rusting away. Makes my eyes hurt. If the decree was issued, there must have been reason. They're all idiots up at Town Hall. High and mighty pencil pushers. They don't know a thing about life out here. Imagine there's a plague going on in your town, and like the one of two emergency decrees that's supposed to that they're supposed to be issuing to prolong the survival of your entire community that was enacted was boarding up the clocks. Keep in mind, I made this decision. They don't know a thing about life out here. They've never stepped foot in the street, afraid to catch a cold and all that fresh air. Mom, can we go now? Stop whining. I'm all out of patience. Why is everyone yelling? Is it because the butterflies ate the thyme? Where do you get such nonsense? No one ate the thyme. They just took the clocks away. That's all. That's not a butterfly, kid. It's an infinity symbol. At least, I hope it is. Hard to be sure of anything these days. I'm such a good mayor, decree issuer, whatever you want to say. Is that a chair? There's a chair up there. Wait, what? What? He brought an infected person out of the termitary? No. This is not what I wanted. I mean, sure, studying this could be good, but this guy's full-on infected. Is this what I really wanted? And Artemy, how many districts have you crossed? I mean, one at least? Maybe you brought him through this infected district, but... okay, let's just talk.
I sense something out of place.
Greetings, physician. Sorry I had to call you out here. Why all the cloak and dagger? Are we playing spies now? I tried to get inside the termitary, but it's my woman. I've never seen that much security. So you never managed to get into the termitary after all. Looks like I've been playing to your kid. Looks like I've been playing to your kids all day for nothing. And who's this? If you couldn't get into the termitary, who have you brought with you? This is Kanjur, who was outside on the day the termitary was locked down, but his family was left inside. I found him in the abattoir. Wait, you went in the abattoir? On day 4? Okay. Artemy's way more proficient than he was when I was playing him. He's very ill, Imshim, and I think he meets your criteria, and he's agreed to help this research of yours. But on one condition. What's the condition? You need to kill him. Oh, the inspector is gonna... he's gonna have a field day with this one. I want to die, Imshim. What? Sorry, that's not quite what I meant. What I meant was, what? Give me death, quick and painless. Do you have any poison with you? Why do you want to die? I'm all alone, Imshim. My family, my wife, my children. The plague and earth swallowed them all. But I'm sick too. I've been sick for 2 days, and I don't understand why it's not killing me. Bodo should have taken me into her arms 2 days ago, but she has embraced my loved ones and spurned me. If you want to kill yourself, there are plenty of ways to do it. Why do you need me? I can't. I just can't do it myself. I've thought about it so many times, but I can't cross the line. They're lying underground, freezing. Isn't it better to be freezing together than apart? What a day! Nobody would believe me if I told them. Is that why you called me out to this alleyway, of all places, so I could kill you without any witnesses? No, I don't go to the other part of town. That's Bad Grief's territory. I don't want his people to see me. Why's that? That's none of your business. I'm not prying into your setgull. Don't you pry into mine. You're asking me to become your murderer. Before I make that decision, I need to understand who you are and what's at stake. Have the courage to be honest to the end. Fine. So be it. 2 days ago, my family and I became unwell. I wanted to get us out of the town. There were already rumors of Isidore's death and the plague's return. I led my family to the termitory and bid them wait for me. Then I went to the warehouses and took some money out of the cash. Bad Grief's money. Out of his cash. I stole from him to save my family, Mshim. Let me guess. When you returned with the money, the termitory had been sealed off and your plan fell apart. I tried to bribe the guard into releasing my family. They took my money, but the next time I saw my wife and children, I could only watch from afar as I saw their bodies added to the pile. I see. I sympathize with you, Conjurer. Let's say we have a deal. Describe your symptoms to me, please. How do you feel? My Tolgoi hurts, and there's a bitter taste in my mouth. It hurts to urinate, and when I do, my urine is the color of the earth, and everything around me looks yellow. What do you think, brough? His liver is failing. Correct. We need to take a sample of your liver, Kenjer. Take my life, Mshim, then take anything else you want. I'm afraid I don't have the necessary drugs to give you a peaceful death. I have some on me, physician. Take them. What have you dragged me into? Last will. The doomed patient begs me to end his suffering. When I perform euthanasia, brough will obtain an organ for research. Brough brought a patient from the abattoir, not the termitory. All the more interesting. Only he's too stubborn. I got white whip toxin? I guess we're doing it. Can't save everyone. The unused time of these unfortunates may yet be utilized. I only need find the correct dose of apathy-inducing drugs before their heart stops beating. I can only extract amalgam if the patient dies a painless death. With too high or too low a dose, I could cause myself harm. What? Myself harm? Well, we'll try Artemy's white whip toxin. The white whip, an endemic species of the Gorhan steppes, contains a poison that, in its pure form, is lethal. That was not good. Agony. The patient died in agony because of me. That's causing my amalgam to shatter, to shard, and whatever.
I wasn't ready for this either. Childhood is long behind us.
He asked you for a painless death, Mshim. That didn't look painless. That was your concoction! I mean, I guess my bad for not having morphine on me? Whatever. You think it's that easy? Then why didn't you kill him yourself, Mshim? Nothing to say to that, huh? I thought so. My decisions echo in the future. Oh god. Such a horrible fate. My job is to examine the tissue sample in the analyzer. I just know the inspector is gonna eat me up. Anyway, it's time to head back to the Stillwater. We have things to examine. Okay, let's analyze. Let's first take a look at the remnants of Conjure. Though not for science, the patient sacrificed himself. This must be valued, and as much knowledge as possible about the disease must be extracted from his body. Dead tissue contains no microbial culture. The pathogen dies with its host. A dead sample is useless. That's unfortunate. Did we learn nothing? Need to go on further. This is an interesting sample, but the sand plague left it after death. We need living tissue. Okay, time for the water. Water from the House of the Living. A sample of the water being distributed to people at Lara Revel's shelter. I don't know where Brough got it, but its color is suspicious. Water is life. The water contains living agents of sand plague and brings death to anyone who drinks it. I'm so sorry, Lara. You're doomed. Your House of the Living is doomed in every version of this play. Don't get used to it. I hate being right. The poor are being given pathogen-contaminated water. I must stop this immediately. We won't worry about it for now. Hello?
A clean mouth and an honest hand will protect a man in any land.
Dr. Denkovsky, you're a hard man to find. Wherever I go, people tell me you just left. Oh, you. Can't leave well enough alone, can you? Only yesterday I was mad at you, Vlad. But now I see the agony of being in charge. Everything leaks, and you can only choose between quick and dirty fixes or burning precious time on perfect solutions. That's why I've come to help. That's why I've come. I want to help with that. Help? I know what you're going to say. Haven't you done enough, Vlad? Come for another shot at destroying the town after failing yesterday? But this time, I actually do know what needs to be done. This morning, I was told the plumbing had been destroyed. Why would anyone report the plumbing issue to you? You're not in charge anymore. True, I don't make any decisions now, but the destroyed plumbing system was my project, my brainchild. All the energy and resources I spent researching plumbing and water treatment. I'm glad at least some of it can be of use now. Curious. Where did you study the water treatment, I wonder? I don't have a degree in it, but believe me, Doctor, I had good teachers and even better books. I studied engineering very seriously to bring the benefits of progress to this backwater of ours. The plumbing system was one of my first utopian projects. But the townsfolk didn't care for it. It didn't go all that well, yes. People need time to get used to good things. It's odd. You try to improve their lives, but they'd rather keep pulling on their yoke. I wonder why you have such terrible luck. I did have a little good luck this time. The piping itself is broken, but I checked. The filtering and chlorinating systems are intact. If we use them to treat the spring water, it should be good enough to drink. That's why I was looking for you. You're in charge now. Will you allow me to draft a water filtering decree for you? That sounds amazing. Why not? Ready the equipment, the instructions, the paperwork. I'll review it all. If it looks good, I'll sign the decree. Master of Wells. We can always trust Vlad the Younger to know a thing or two about holes. The would-be dictator Vlad the Younger offered to help with water purification. How glad I am to be wrong about him. It didn't give me a new decree, though. Man who poisoned our town because he meddled in things beyond him. But in his own field, he's useful.
Behind any pretty facade, there's a yawning black pit. Always.
Alright, we must go. I'm so sorry, Laura.
White birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
So what is it, Doctor? What took you so long? I can wait, but the people can't. You were still here when I first refused to give them water. Can I hand it out now? No. The water is contaminated with the plague. Hold on. Have you given the water from these barrels to anyone yet? Not yet. You've come before today's distribution began. What's wrong? Are the test results bad? The water is contaminated. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be distributed. Oh, that's awful. I'll give the orders at once. Wait, Doctor. The water in the house of the living is step water. After that first barrel, I made arrangements with the water carriers. I know. And since it's such a long way, they decided to deliver the water to more than just me. Oh, no. Lara. So there are other barrels in town, taken from the same springs, running down the streets? How could I? I did it. I instructed the carriers. I've almost doomed my own shelter, and I've let out disaster beyond its walls. Sorry, I'll get a hold of myself. Wailing won't help. Would you agree to test the other barrels in town, Dr. Dinkowski? Oh, I'm not gonna have enough time for this. Certainly, but it might take a while. Finding them, taking samples, going back to the still water, waiting for results. I might know a way to save your time. Would your lab fit on a carriage? Oh, what? What you need for water testing, at least. I have someone I trust among the carriers. He could do that. Hey, Pat, come here, please. Forgive me, milady. Heard you talk. I did. You were pretty loud and you're fretting. You and the doc. Need me to carry stuff around for the doctor, then? Yes, that would be much appreciated. Then I can do. Don't you worry. I'll go to your Stillwater now, load it up, then catch up with you. You go along now. I know where they could have taken the other barrels. I'll mark it on your map. You just take your sample, then look for me somewhere nearby, wherever I can find a good spot for my wagon. Thank you for stepping up, Hipat. This is vital. This is my one chance for redemption. Oh, stop it, little lady. Don't go tormenting yourself over nothing. We'll find everything, sort it out. Then the good doctor will decide. It is very convenient to be able to test the water on the spot. A brilliant idea. Where must we go? Lara is horrified. She's ready to help me find good water for today, but how much time will the analyses take? Lara's ward knows where to find water barrels. Moreover, he's ready to carry my entire chemical laboratory. I hope not to lose it. Barrels are in 3 healthy districts. My assistant with the analyzer will stop near them. I need to take a sample and examine it. Okay, this doesn't seem that bad. Let's get going. We have a catastrophe to prevent.
Everything's so.
Here's a barrel. And here he is with my cart. Water from the chine. Let's get cooking. Do I just analyze the item? The water supply system, younger Vlad's best undertaking, was destroyed by vandals. Now the town has only the water stored before the epidemic. This sample comes from a barrel in the chine. How long does it take? We're at 2022. It takes an hour. Water is life. This water contains living agents of sand plague. It brings death to anyone who drinks it. So, is the water good? No one must drink this water. It's contaminated. Oh, you sure, Doc? Very. How can that be? Dragged it all the way from the steppe. We did. Dozens of miles. So the plague reaches all the way out there now? Perhaps the spring wasn't the issue. The plague could have gotten into the water in town. A sick man might have sneezed while walking past. By chance or on purpose. On purpose? What do you mean, Doc? What kind of monster poisons water? No man nor beast can live without water. Everyone knows that. It is as if there is a plan behind the whole epidemic. Some inhumane calculus. What now, then? What do we do with the water, I mean? Give it to the young girl Gimsky for filtering, and please be careful from now on. I'm afraid we'll have quite a few infections from contaminated water. First pancake? Failure. Well, I can still examine water from 2 more barrels. We must hurry. Time is of the essence. And where would this one be? Is it... Well, there... Okay, straight down. And you're right here. Why are you on the ground? Whatever. You do you. Live your best life. Water is life. The water contains living agents of sand plague. I have a feeling they're all gonna be contaminated. So is the water good? Unfortunately, this barrel is also contaminated. 1 more to go. There's the barrel. And there is my assistant. Shows a high mineral content and no trace of sand plague. This water is safe to drink.
Who will take on the responsibility for us?
Dr. Denkovsky, Pipet, there you are. Sorry, I couldn't stay put. People are worried and thirsty. Oh, you tire your pretty feet again, milady. You don't look after yourself at all. Always busy helping others. Good timing, Lara. My analysis shows that this barrel is clean. You may distribute it. You know who needs it most right now. What a relief. Not all is lost then. But what do we do with the infected water? Do we just pour it out somewhere? That would be a waste. Young Vlad suggested filtering it with the equipment from the ruined pipeline. It's worth a try. Oh, I hope it all works out, and the town won't have to save every drop thanks to Vlad. And to you, of course, Dr. Denkovsky. I don't know what we'd do without you. I should be the one thanking you. Without the water carrier helping me, I'd have been running to and fro between the barrels and the still water all day. You know, Doctor, there's an idea. Not very convenient for you to be running back home to your test tubes all the time. Is it? Wasn't half bad today. Saved you some time at least. Oh my god, can I recruit you? Welcome aboard! I love hiring people. We hired Ardenby, we hired Clara, we're about to hire Hippet. Hippet. I gotta figure out how to say his name. My wagon can fit all your stuff and then some. Might you be in need of me later on? A mobile chemical laboratory. Not a bad thought. Laboratory. That's a fancy word. I'll carry water for the townsfolk then. And that fancy glass of yours too. Like we agreed today. I'll stand where I can be seen. And only where the plague's not too nasty. And I won't run into any looters. It'd be easier for you than running back to the still water. What's in it for you, Hippat? Why, some question you have there. I'm not much for fancy speeches, so I'll just say it plain like. I've wanted to do good ever since I was a lad, but I was born without a talent for anything, so I became a water carrier. Everyone needs water, and what do they need now? A doctor's help, that's what. So you want to help the one who helps others. That's noble of you. Hippet's one of the most reliable helpers of the House of Living. Even my father trusted him with errands. That's why I sent him along with you today. I'm sure you'll work well together. I'll be at your place tomorrow, Doc. We're recruiting so many people to the Stillwater. We got Eva, we got, I forget his name. It starts with an H. We got the Odong. I love him. I love him. I love this. I love this. Today, I'd better help out at the Stillwater. Make sure there's no mix-up with the sick water. Sounds reasonable. You can also instruct the other carriers about clean and contaminated water. All right, you're hired. Congratulations, you're hired. Aqua vitae. Well, there's at least one large barrel of uncontaminated water in town. Thirst is everything. Today, the destitute will get their water, and then we can filter as much as needed. Problem solved. But did Vlad not give me a decree? Unfortunately, Ruben is buried alive. Still. Sorry, Ruben. Anyway. I think it's time we end today. This was a very fun quest. I'm having so much fun, it's crazy. I can't wait to see all the other different kinds of people we recruit to the Stillwater. I wonder if there'll be any other bound, or if it's just gonna be like new characters. We have Odong, we have the Orderly who gives me the papers. We're about to have Hipat. I think Hipat. And we have... I forget his name, honestly. The end of the day has come, which a scene unfolds. Anyway, will Eva speak to me? I assume not. We've already spoken today. Yeah. What a fun day. I should have charged the plague device, but that's fine. Anyway, guys, before we even think about what we're doing next, I think now is a good time to end it. We've played through 2 days today. We're finally into like the gameplay loop of what is Pathologic 3, really. We haven't seen the inspector in a minute. Well, he hasn't pulled us out to talk to us about stuff, which is what I thought would keep happening. But I guess that won't happen until we actually unlock new days, or actually progress. But I guess maybe we should try to do that. We gotta help Ruben. This is like the 4th time he's died. Surely we can do something about that. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you in the next one.